Good afternoon, everybody. This is an early stream for me. I guess we still have some more things to talk about this situation. I thought instead of spending the day editing, I thought, you know what, let's just have another live to kind of go over the stuff that we saw yesterday. And I was out all morning, all afternoon. I have not sat down to check out what actually went down in the meeting. We watched it last night, but unfortunately, with everyone yelling and screaming, I really didn't hear a lot what was said. So you guys may be surprised. There was actually a meeting that happened before the brawl, to a point where I kind of forgot what was going on. I had wrote some notes down. So we're going to check out the replay from the Lansing Journal. But first, we're going to provide, or at least I saw some updates from some statements that were made about what was going on. And it seemed that Tiffany Hayard did sustain injuries from the brawl when she jumped over the table and ran down like she was Ultimate Warrior. She got sustained injuries, apparently. So it was crazy. I know I've seen this fight. I'm sure if you're on this channel right now, you have seen this fight probably 10,000 times from multiple angles. Unfortunately, no one had a 360 camera. No one had like one of those cameras from the NFL with the top going over the line in the field. We've seen the video 10 million times. What else? If you already have your opinion on who started, who did what, at this point, there is still, to my knowledge, and please correct me if I'm wrong, no one has been arrested yet. There is no arrest at this point, which I found to be odd. You would assume someone would be told to, go to the police station and, you get hit with a battery charge or something. The fact that nothing has happened yet, I would say I'm surprised, but are we really surprised what's going on at this point? It's always something or another. But I appreciate you guys for coming in. Hit the like, hit subscribe. Again, we are going to 100,000 subscribers. That's the goal for this year. So if you're interested in this type of content, talking about some scandalous, chaotic mayors, Tiffany Hayard is number one, but there's some crazy mayors out here in this country of ours. I just saw something about Brandon Johnson receiving gifts, but that's not the base of this stream, so we're not going to talk about that. But so let me check. I'm gonna show you guys some statements that were made because of the brawl for it all. So the trustees dropped one. This is Dalton trustees, basically trying to tell you, hey, this type of events and this what happened did not happen at Dalton. It happened in Thornton Township. So I guess they wanted to clarify, because people still are confused between Mayor Hayard of Dalton and the Supervisor Hayard of Thornton Township. They wanted you guys to know, hey, don't bother us. This didn't happen over there. Let me read it to you guys. So this is from the desk of Jason House. Dear residents, on the behalf of the Village of Dalton trustees, are deeply saddened by and disturbed by the events that took place at Thornton Township board meeting in South Holland last night. To be clear, this was not a Village of Dalton board meeting, and none of the Village of Dalton trustees were in attendance. Like, you ain't gonna get us in trouble. Like, we weren't even in the building. Our hearts go out to residents who has continued to witness such turmoil, and we share in your frustration and disappointment. It is truly disheartening to see our community cast in a negative light due to actions that do not reflect the values we stand for. Violence and chaos have no place in Dalton and Thornton Township. As your elected officials, we want to reassure you that we remain fully committed to fostering a safe, respectful, and professional environment for all. Our priority is and always will be working to build a stronger, safer, and more unified community for our residents and businesses. We will continue to uphold the highest standards of leadership and work tirelessly to restore trust, stability, and progress for the Village of Dalton. So that was Jason House. I guess you wouldn't think Jason House would be running over anybody. It's not funny. I think a lot of us laugh at it because it kind of shields the sadness of it all, the embarrassing. The one thing that bothered me when the fight started to happen, I think I didn't speak for about 4 or 5 minutes. I just sat there and just watched it. And what I was looking at, not just the fight, but the fact that there was a woman holding a baby, like holding a toddler. And then I saw another kid that probably wasn't 13 years old. And I thought, there's no reason at this juncture. Hopefully, this is the sign right here. Do not bring your kids into this environment, please. No children. To be honest, I wouldn't. Even me, I would not go there. I would watch a stream. I wouldn't have my mom there. I wouldn't have my dad there. I would say, hey, just go watch a stream, or wait till the news pop up about it. I mean, at this point, everyone is streaming it now. We just saw some content creators that I didn't know until yesterday. That, hey, you want to stream it? I wouldn't be there. There's no reason for me to be there. I would show up to vote. When it's time to vote, I will go and vote. At this point, Hayner is not in the ballot for the township, so most likely she's not going to become supervisor again. And for Dalton, you already know when it's time to vote, go vote. What's the reason of going there now? I wouldn't. I make content, and I wouldn't go. I would probably get someone else to stream for me. It just doesn't make any sense. I don't purposely put myself in positions in areas where violence is happening. I don't go to certain neighborhoods. I don't go to certain clubs. I don't go to certain bars. It's like I don't want to deal with it. I'm a big nerd. I want to chill. I want to go somewhere where it's more chill environment. I'm not purposely going to put myself in those positions. So I wouldn't. But everyone has their own. Everyone has their own reasons of what they want to do. But I appreciate you guys for hanging out. So the news, and this is coming from Tiffany's lawyer, that Tiffany did sustain some injuries. So let's see what was said here. This is from WGN. Hayner's attorney released the following statement regarding Tuesday's meeting. Supervisor Tiffany Hayner was verbally assaulted and her personal safety threatened at the Thornton Township meeting on January 28th, 2025 by Jedediah Brown, a known aggressor whom the supervisor had tried to secure an emergency restraining order but was denied by the court. After a slew of insults and inciting words, including calling the supervisor a B-word, Jedediah Brown and his accomplice, Lavelle X. J. Raymond, an equally known aggressor and registered sex offender, attacked supervisor's significant other, Mr. Kamal Woods, knocking him to the floor, kicking and punching him. The supervisor sustained minor injuries when she instinctively rushed to the melee in an attempt to break it up. Mr. Woods also suffered minor injuries, but both are okay. Well, I can't talk. But both are okay. All legal options would be pursued. So, the lawyers are happy. So this is another lawsuit going to be, bouncing between everybody at this point. I am still surprised no one's been arrested. What do you guys think? So anyone should have been arrested? Haynard jumping over, running in like Stone Cold Steve Austin. Clearly, Lavelle, it seemed like he was the one that first swung. Even Kamal, even Quigley, stomping on people, jumping up to the table to take a TV. Like, I don't understand how no one has been arrested. I don't know. I wonder if the body cam footage for South Holland is available. I may send a FOIA request for the footage. I want to know how much information they received and thought, all right, I guess, hey, this happens. No biggie. Like, I think this should be something should be happening. I don't know. But we, like I said, we see the footage 10,000 times. I would say for the most part, this is my thought. Jedediah and Kamal Woods have been cursing each other out for a minute. Like they have interacted in the past. Even I think a couple weeks ago, I think when Jedediah went to I think Haynard's parents' home, they both yelled at each other. No one was fought. So like, what happened in this situation where they fought? Well, obviously they got closer. And I believe if it was just those two, this is my opinion, if it was just those two, it would probably have been broken up. I don't think any punches would have been thrown. Because we've seen this. Jedediah says what he says. Someone may come up to his face, but then eventually there's enough time for people to come in and break it up. That didn't happen because it was more than just those two. That's my opinion. Because I've seen countless meetings at this point At this point, dozens of meetings, and this wasn't even the worst. We've heard people say crazier things. We've seen. I mean, I think the craziest meeting was that Thornton Township meeting where the residents were voting for certain things. I think Wiedemann was elected to run that meeting, and it was Michael Dotson. The first time we heard about Michael Dotson and his accusations, he was yelling, screaming at Gonzalez, and no one fought in that. So it's interesting that it went that way. But I think because there's so much anger now, Hanier is definitely losing control. I think she has lost control. She has lost complete control. To run out and get into brawls now, that's when you know you have lost all control. But now the lawyer is saying that she sustained some injuries. So I don't know the extent of that. How truthful is that? Did she make any kind of did she try to get another restraining order? Who knows? But at this point, all you have to do is keep your hands to yourself. We've seen emotional arguments and fighting and cursing each other out often in these meetings, and no one throws a punch. I've seen it. I've seen it from some of the Hanier supporters. I've seen it from some of the people the residents who were there. They'll say what they have to say. Like Trina Downs, she goes in, and no one is punching each other. There's no WWE action happening. What was the new element that came in that got everything out of control? Quigley for stomping on people. I don't see how he's not got any kind of arrest. I don't get it. I'm not the cops. And also, this didn't even happen 24 hours ago. So we'll see. Obviously, I'll update you guys if something does happen. I'm sorry, I didn't even get a chance to check out some of what you guys are saying. I just clicked this one. Anana Robin says, criminal charges take a minute. The prosecutor is the body to request warrants for arrest. They have a lot of video to gather and review to ensure they charge the right people. True. Probably we have to sit back and look at, there's tons of videos, different angles. The only angle I didn't see was on the other side. Everything is kind of going in this one direction. But at this point, we've seen all the. At least I've seen this fight 10,000 times. So I want to watch the meeting and understand what the hell's going on, and then I'm sure the fight will happen at the end, and then we can kind of look at that. But I want to see exactly what went down before, and it's not necessarily that the fight and the meeting are separated. I think they came together through. Again, the constant tension and anger and just the overall aggressiveness that when the people in the meeting, the people running the meeting, the supervisor, trustees going back and forth, it spills off to the residents, then it spills off to the significant others, and then it kind of goes to what you guys saw last night. So also, before we jump into it, I want to give you guys an update with one of the trustees I contacted, because one of the things that what was said, and even I thought, okay, is this it? They didn't adjourn the meeting the way you're supposed to, right? You make a motion to adjourn, they all agree, and then they break off. Since the meeting kind of stopped without any of that, did any of the things that they even talked about, does it still work? I mean, is it still in place? The motions that were failed or passed, or do they have to redo everything all over again? I don't know. I'm still trying to figure this out myself. But I did reach out to Stephanie Wiedemann. I asked her if she was okay, if the trustees were okay, and they said they were fine. And they said, no, everything still is what is in place. What was voted on is still in place, regardless of how the end of that meeting was. So that was at least, and they didn't waste their time with that. So we will check out what's going on. Appreciate everyone that's here, hanging out. See you all in the queue in here. Appreciate you. Thank you for allowing me to check out your stream while I was streaming, trying to find the best angle possible. And then I think it was like no apologies was she was right there, and we was able to see a lot of the different types of angles to see exactly what went down. But right now, I just want to. This may be the boring part, but I just want to go back, watch that meeting, and see exactly what went down. What was passed, what wasn't. I think I had an idea, but again, we don't want you go through something and then like something crazy happens at the end. You're like, what the hell happened earlier in the day? Like you have no idea. So we're going to check that out. and just this is an early stream for. Wait, why am I over here? Oh, this. I'm looking at myself. So yeah, we'll put Lansing journals on, and we'll kind of keep it the way we usually do it. I kind of chill out a little bit. I may pause every once in a while, but I want to watch the meeting itself. And Lansing Journal, I like how they put things together, little annotations of what exactly is being explained. So this is kind of the first thing. I don't usually do a live stream covering this. Usually we do it from a restreamer, but everyone was really, really emotional. So it was really hard to kind of understand what was going on there. So let's check it out. Let's do this. All right, put my stuff here. Boom. Now, I know in the beginning what Melody is going to say. Some people really didn't appreciate it. Everyone has their opinions. It is what it is. It's fine. At the end of the day, guys, Hainier is going to be gone. Looks like, I mean, I'm not, if I was a betting man, she doesn't become supervisor and she probably doesn't become mayor. If everyone can kind of just chill out for a minute and kind of just go to the polls and vote. You don't have to, Quigley picking up a chair like this. Again, like, what is it, the Dudley Boys? Like, what's going on? He's Booker T? What is happening here? Can we all just calm down? Well, it doesn't matter. I always say, like, is there something in the water in Illinois? And I'm talking shit. I'm in New York City. But let's check this out and let's just watch this real quick. And yeah, we'll jump in, trying to figure out what the hell happened in this meeting.
Hello everyone, I am Melanie Youngsma, publisher of the Lansing Journal. I'm recording this on January 28, the night of the first Thornton Township meeting that included newly elected trustee Stephanie Wiedemann. That meeting is all over the internet already because of what happened at the end. I'm hoping in some small way to remind people of all the good that was accomplished before that. If you haven't heard already, the meeting ended in a brawl, a fight intentionally instigated by someone who doesn't live here, someone whose goal was to provoke a reaction and create a sensation. He succeeded. The brawl is what people are talking about now, not the meeting, not the business that was conducted, not how professionally our trustees handled themselves. Our community has so much to be proud of, and it's disappointing that we have to keep proving ourselves in the face of such immaturity. We have to keep rising above. And we do. And we will. I considered ending this video before the point where the brawl starts because the real story is everything that happened before that. That's who we are. But I did leave it in, and I'm hoping that those of you who watch it or who have watched it will see it for what it is. It's not us.
All right, good evening, everybody. Thank you guys for coming out. First and foremost, I want to start off by saying congratulations to our new trustee. So congratulations, welcome to the board.
I'm going to say right here, I didn't say it because usually I don't talk a lot when the meeting. I knew that that was not going to go like her just congratulating her. I knew it didn't mean that this is going to be a good meeting. I'm not going to say that I knew there was going to be a fight, but that her and Stephanie have too long of a history for Tiffany to kind of just say congratulations. I knew it still meant that Tiffany was going to do what Tiffany does, but I know some people probably thought, hey, maybe she laid back a little bit. No, that's not who she is. No.
So I do want to say I'm glad we do have an official quorum. Everyone's here. I hope and pray we get business accomplished this evening. Therefore, we can reopen for the township, the services, especially for the seniors and the veterans, as relates to transportation and also the GA department, whereas you can enter this building without having any issues. So that's my hope and prayer for this evening. I would like to call to order the meeting of Thornton Township. Today is January 28, 2025. The time is 6:12 p.m. Please call the roll.
Trustee Gonzalez.
Present.
Trustee Gray Everett. Trustee Carlisle. Supervisor Hilliard.
Present. If we will all stand for the pledge. Next, we have approval of the minutes. Is there a motion to approve the minutes of the special board meeting on December 20th, 2024 at 12:30 p.m.? Is there a motion? Is there a second? There's been a motion and second. Please call the roll.
Trustee Gray Everett. Trustee Carlisle. Gonzalez.
Yes.
Trustee Wiedemann. Supervisor Hilliard.
Yes.
Motion passed.
Next on the agenda is approval of bills. Is there a motion to approve the general fund? Is there a second?
I have an amended motion.
All right. Before we do the amended motion, is there a second to approve the bills? I'll second. Any discussion?
Yes, I have an amended motion.
All right. You got a second on your amended motion. Is there a second for her to amend the motion? All right.
For the amended motion? Yes, second.
She already seconded.
Okay.
All right, go ahead.
So this is for the general fund, asking to remove item 276, which is JM Sales, 293, OKK Trading, also 300 for Southland RCM Communication, 301 for Southland RCM Communication, 302 Southland RCM Communication, and the other two, I got the answer to the question, so they are fine to stay in the bill list.
All right, and why are you removing the communications?
That vendor knows about the image ordinance, and most of the items that were done weren't in compliance, and so we would still like to see the items that were created by this vendor to make sure they were in compliance with the image ordinance.
Okay, so if you felt something wasn't in compliance, y'all had these deals for quite some time. I think you guys should have got that squared away before we got here, because people been waiting on their money for over 90 days. And I just think that's unfair to get to a board meeting finally and be able to approve bills without real justification of why we're not moving forward with approving the bill. So you want to make that for the record. I still think you guys should pay everybody due to the fact of not having board meetings. I think everyone's entitled to their money and they're moving forward. Make sure you check everything before we get to a meeting, so y'all not taking vendors out and not paying people because they've waited quite some time. All right, any more discussion? All right, call roll.
Trustee Carlisle.
Yes.
Trustee Gray Everett. Trustee Wiedemann. Trustee Gonzalez.
Yes.
Supervisor Hilliard.
Yes.
Motion passed.
All right, next on the agenda is there a motion to approve the general assistance fund? All right, is there a second?
I would like to make an amended motion for this fund as well.
All right,
Second.
The motion is to remove a select few of them.
okay, go ahead.
All right, so number 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 are all clicks in. These are all credit card bills, so these are already paid, but we would like to see what communication was sent out to the residents. Also, 74, 75, and 76. Again, we just want to make sure that the image ordinance is being complied with, and we did reach out to the attorney asking if they could give a written, just to let us know whether or not GA falls under this image ordinance, and if it does, then we want to make sure that, it's in compliance, and if not, then we'll vote to move these bills forward. We're just waiting on the attorney to reply.
All right, again, I reinstate what I stated earlier. You guys had ample time to make sure you get checks and balances. We have not had board meetings. But to call people, checked out whatever information you wanted to know before we got here, and taking people off of the bills list. People have waited over, again, 90 days to get paid, and I just think that every vendor is entitled to their money, whether you have.
Sorry, I muted myself. She's not answering the concerns of the trustee. The trustee is asking for financial transparency. You're right. This is they're alleging that Hanier administration is withholding some of these financial reports, and instead of explaining what's going on and saying, "Well, this is what's going on," she's it's a bad faith argument. It's, well, you just don't care about the vendors, like paying the people. You had ample time, and like what? So what? This is the deadline. I mean, the meeting could be worked out right now. What are these bills and what do they mean? And what's going on with them? But she doesn't want to answer that question. It's, well, you don't care about A, B, and C. Like this is almost every meeting. That's the way she argues. And it's in bad faith because not really answering what is being asked of her.
Have a difference of opinions today. We had time to call and check it out before we got here and not pay someone once again. So that's for the record. All right, any more discussion? All right, caller.
Trustee Carlisle?
Yes.
Trustee Weedman? Trustee Gonzalez?
Yes.
Trustee Gray Everett? Supervisor Henry?
Yes.
Motion passed.
Next, is there a motion to approve the road and bridge fund?
Motion.
Is there a second?
Second.
Is there a motion and second? Any discussion? Call the roll.
Trustee Carlisle?
Yes.
Trustee Gonzalez?
Yes.
Trustee Gray Everett? Trustee Weedman? Supervisor Henry?
Yes.
Motion passed.
All right, so I want to thank everybody for paying the bills. So now vendors can continue with services here at Thornton Township. That's your food department for your food boxes. So thank you so much. Next on the agenda is old business. Is there a motion to approve supervisors 100% property tax refund for all homeowners in Thornton Township? Is there a motion? Is there a second? I second. Any discussion? Call the roll.
Trustee Gray Everett? Trustee Gonzalez?
No.
Trustee Carlisle?
No.
Trustee Weedman? Supervisor Henry?
Yes.
Motion failed.
All right. So you guys, I never see to not receive a refund of your own property tax money. This is beyond me. But anyway, so I would like to say this for the record, guys. If you could let me finish my meeting, I appreciate it. It hurts my heart. Well, hurts my heart. I won't say hard because I never hurt my heart because I keep doing this here, which is come to meetings and show up for the people, right? So it saddens my heart because people really are hurting in Thornton Township. People really needed a refund for their property taxes. A lot of people's property taxes have increased throughout the years. And unfortunately, you guys don't understand how the tax bill works. Here at Thornton Township, whatever portion you paid into was going to be given back to you. So if you paid $53, you get $53 back. If you paid $200, you get $200 back. Whatever our portion was for Thornton Township. Because I know that everybody that I spoke to claimed that they need some kind of relief. And that was our way of giving some type of relief to the residents of Thornton Township. The price tag on that is $2 million that we was refunded from our general assistance fund, which we do have. Over $4 million surplus, you gotta make sure I get that in that account, and we wanted to give half of that back to the community who so desperately need it. So maybe next time I'm gonna keep putting it on the agenda, until hopefully somebody up here say they really want to help the residents of Thornton Township. So that's the purpose of the property tax refund, whereas in the past, they used to pick and choose who they want to give it to. I think everybody's entitled to the refund. So with no discrimination, no pick who you know or who you like.
Couldn't she just do that, this whole rant with the supervisor report where she can complain about all the things that either being failed or passed, why does she just has to go on these long-winded rants? People are talking in the meeting, not really listening. It doesn't seem like at this juncture that what's constructed right now with these trustees, they're going to agree about this tax rebate thing. Just there's not, like, we're just wasting time here.
It's every single homeowner in Thornton Township was entitled to that refund and would have received that refund right away. So I just want to make sure there's some clarity out there, because there's never no clarity as relates to what we're doing. All right, next. Is there a motion to approve bonuses for all Thornton Township employees? Is there a motion? Is there a second? There's been a motion and second. Any discussion? All right, go ahead.
So before we take a vote on this, I want to just kind of address the employees when I tell you that, for me, this is definitely a discussion that I would like to keep on the table. I just feel like we need to get through budgets first, make sure that the financials are where we need them to be able to do this stuff. So when I tell you that my vote tonight does not reflect conversations moving forward, I mean that.
Any more discussion? All right, call the roll.
Trustee Gray Everett? Trustee Weedman? Trustee Carlisle? Trustee Gonzalez?
No.
Supervisor Henry?
Definitely yes.
Motion failed.
All right. So let me explain to you guys what just happened before you. So
Sorry about that. I need to stop muting. One of the issues about the employee bonuses that Keith Price likes to talk about and Michael Smith likes to talk about, where they mentioned what happened in the previous, what happens in the previous administration, that people receive bonuses. The problem is that's then and this is now, and the trustees are explaining, at least Stephanie Wiedemann explained it, and it was pretty easy how she was able to explain it, was that there's budget issues that are out of order. There's stuff that need to be resolved before they can continue to do this. So it doesn't make sense for them to continue to try to do the bonus thing. It's not a good look right now. Again, a lot of people are suffering. Make sure that everything is in order and then worry about the bonus thing. It doesn't make any sense to do it right now.
relates to, okay guys, we are in the actual board meeting, so if you don't want to listen, close your ears. So as I'm trying to explain to those that do want to listen, hear a different narrative than just the one before you, I would like residents to understand what just happened. Employees have been asking for bonuses for years here in Thornton Township. I do know that some employees, when Frank Zuccarelli was here, did receive bonuses, and he just picked whatever price or total that he wanted to give to those that, of course, he liked or loved or whatever, right? But us here at Thornton Township, we wanted everybody to benefit from a bonus that they really, really need. As you can see or saw, in the last 90 days, the board has been gridlocked, have not been showing up to board meetings. And when I say not showing up, I'm speaking of two trustees, Trustee Carmen and Trustee Chris, have not been here. So we could not take care of any of the business that was truly needed to be taken care of, such as give the employees some type of relief. A lot of them have issues, have problems, and are struggling financially. So we wanted to give them some type of relief. We wanted to give them a bonuses just to help them over the hump, which we have surpluses. So there's no reason why we should not be able to afford a bonus for all of our staff. And it's not just some people, it's every single person here that works at Thornton Township will get a bonus. And that's what I'm going to continue to fight for, strive for, and I hope and pray that this board will have a change of heart and will give the bonus to the employees, especially the last 2 weeks they have not been working due to the fact of no quorum, so they could not enter the building because we didn't have insurance. So they have been without work, without income for 2 weeks. So this would have gave them some type of relief to catch up with their bills, their mortgages, their rent, their car note, their kids for daycare. It's all type of things that we hear from our employees. And our job, our goal was to try to make them whole or at least get them over the hump. So that was the purpose of the bonus. I still stand on what I said, which is I do want to give all of my employees here at Thornton Township a bonus. So that's what that is. Next on the agenda, and that's for the record. Next on the agenda is the approval of the forensic audit proposal submitted by E. Bailey. Is there a motion? Is there a second? Mayor, motion is second. In discussion? Call roll.
Trustee Wiedemann. Trustee Carlisle. Trustee Gray Everett. Trustee Gonzalez. Supervisor Henry.
Definitely yes.
Motion failed.
All right, so again, as we go through the motions, I just want you to understand what's before you once again. This is something that myself, Trustee Carmen and Trustee Chris, all voted for. We voted to do a forensic audit of credit cards used by Carmen and Keith Friedman. Unfortunately, we are at this stage where now we can pick the person to move forward with the investigation of the use of credit cards. And again, it saddens my heart that people don't want to move forward on something they voted to do, claiming that they wanted to be transparent, but yet they're saying no to moving forward so the actual investigation can take its place.
Can someone explain why they said no for the forensic audit? Is that something, maybe I missed why they said no to it? Was it a certain amount of time? If anyone has any information, let me know. I blanked out. I think I remember something about that, but why they vote no? I don't know.
We did do the proper channels as it relates to put it in the paper, put it out for bid, things of that nature. And now we're here at this moment trying to move forward. And just like y'all see them voting today, they could have came to every single board meeting, did.
Oh, okay. Wi-Fi says that audit was reserved for who Haynard was targeting, but won't participate in her scam. So they did. Oh, so it was not a full audit. It was basically a targeted one, is what you're saying. Well, that's not real. That's not real audit, is it?
Exactly what they're doing today, which is vote no. They could have voted no, and we would have voted yes, right? And it would not have passed. The township did not have to become gridlocked without insurance, without services to you residents. All the two trustees had to do is just show up to a meeting and vote no, and we would have voted yes, and then it would have died. Just so you understand how it works. 2 to 2 is okay, guys. If you could, thank you. If it would have been 2 to 2, it would have died. And we could have kept moving forward with township business. I just want to make sure people understand and don't know what's going on before you. So that's that for...
I have a question about this. So this was passed on 9/24, and I agree with it. But we also agreed to another forensic audit on 3 years of each department. Why wasn't that ever submitted?
So if you hear that question, you could have asked.
Well, I'm asking now. Don't. And I did email. I emailed months ago, and I never got a response. So I'm asking now.
All right. People tend to put up smoke signals as it relates to the question before you. The question before you is on the agenda for approval, and all you have to do is approve it. If people had questions about anything else, it has nothing to do with what's before you, which is to vote, to investigate Carmen Carlisle for the credit cards that she had. That's what it's for. That's what it's for. It's strictly for that and nothing else. So if you don't want to do it, you don't have to do it. So if you said no, you said no. But before you said yes, you said, I'm transparent. I'm going to vote. So
Okay, I see I see the problem here. I get it. It's just yeah, yeah, messy, just messy, just messy. Let's go through the entire thing. That's a true audit, not an audit on one person. Look at everything. Now she's just picking and pieces or picking and choosing what to do. This is her. That's that logic that she has that is infuriating to listen to sometimes.
Vote and let's move forward so the company
I
can
am
come in.
transparent.
Hold
One
on,
thing I don't do
you don't have
is
to
to trust
trust
you or keep trying.
trustee.
Resubmit this and send it out to people, present it to the board. I don't trust your administration.
And we don't trust you, so that's why we're doing an investigation. So we're trying to move forward with the investigation so that now the public would know exactly how things were spent here at Thornton Township. That's what they want to know. And as it relates to any other department, we also voted to investigate every single department here in Thornton Township. That's the part they leaving out to y'all. I voted for it. She voted for it. Chris voted for it. So we all voted to investigate every single department at Thornton Township, just so we are crystal clear of what happens. If I would have said no, guess what? It would not have passed. So that's, again, another reason why I'm saying they should have came to every single board meeting, because you have to have 3 confirmed votes for anything to pass in Thornton Township, as you see before you. That's why you don't have any bonuses, because 3 of us said no, 2 of us said yes. It's the same concept. There was no reason for us to have our doors locked and shut down because people could not get out of their personal feelings and come to a board meeting, and that is the truth, period. Next, moving on. Next, is there a motion to approve IT and Senior Services Department and receive credit cards to handle the day-to-day operation? Is there a motion? All right. All right, it's been a motion and second. Any discussion? All right, Colin.
Trustee Wheatman. Trustee Gray Everett. Trustee Carlisle. Trustee Gonzalez.
No.
Supervisor Henry.
Definitely yes.
Motion failed.
So again, y'all know explain every vote we go through so that people understand what's before them so you don't go out with misinformation. IT definitely needs a credit card here at Thornton Township. It's a lot of services that went down, little do people know, in IT. And the sad part about it is we had no way to kind of make them whole because people weren't coming to board meetings. So things was crashing, employees couldn't do their job, do work. It was days when we was just here, me and staff. So it's a lot of issues that you don't know about and we try to complete and fix. But if people are so stubborn and don't want to give people the right tools to run their operation, and this is what you get. So I just pray that people understand this is a business, no matter how you look at it, and you must run it as a business. So in the business, you need the proper things to run that establishment. And right now, they don't have what they need. So that's IT and then especially senior services. And those 2 individuals that are over both departments, guess what? Been here way over 10 years plus. So when people talk about trust or transparency, they all been here. And what I love about each person having their own card is that they are accountable for what they use in that particular department. So I just want to make sure everybody understands the why for IT and the why for senior services. So that's it. That's all.
Supervisor, can I say something?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. So I just want to be clear to the department heads that she's speaking of, that it's not at all that I don't trust you guys. I absolutely do trust you guys. I don't trust the person in charge to take accountability for anything else that's going on. Just know that when she sits up here telling you that you guys are at fault for this, that is not why I voted the way I did.
Okay. So with that, just so y'all know, with a credit card, let me just go a little further for those that didn't graduate from high school. So when it comes to...
It's interesting when I don't know if she would win as hard if it was someone else that said that. If for some reason when Trustee Wiedemann had some criticism, she went as low, Tiffany went as low as she could possibly go with that. And I was trying to figure out what was the time when she did say that. And of course, being really, really upset, obviously didn't like the fact that Stephanie Wiedemann said what she had to say. She had to go as low as possible, talking about, which has nothing to do with the subject at hand here at all. Nothing to do with what's going on. There's issues with transparency of the cards, right? It's a proposal to allow certain departments to have access. But since there's been past misuse of these credit cards, it's raised a concern. So that's why they don't want to do it.
So when it comes to things like,
Thank you, James.
when it comes to things like a credit card, just so y'all understand how it works with a credit card, it's just like if you guys go today and you apply for a credit card, whether it's Capital One, whether it's Chase or anything like that, when you have that in your possession, you are responsible for whatever you swipe or you spend, period. I just want you guys to understand how that works. So for people to say that you don't trust somebody, it's the person that's using the card. And that's what it's all about, just so you understand.
The question is, when are you going to be responsible?
Hold on. So I just want you guys to know. So that's how it works. So if everybody want to hold people accountable and to be responsible for something, then you vote. Let the investigation happen and you vote for the stuff. Stop running from it. Stop hiding from it. Stop getting up here when you guys go and things down. Make things move in Thornton Township. Stop gridlock. All right.
I have another comment.
Is there a motion?
Supervisor.
Okay, well, discussion's over with. We're going to move on.
So what
Is there a motion? No, this is
So what you say might be true,
So next on the
but I'm sitting at the same table as you are.
I'll also mention that when, a federal prosecutor, right, and a former federal prosecutor and Lori Lightfoot could not verify that Tiffany graduated college. Could not verify it. It was unverified that she graduated at Robert Morris in an accelerated program. It's a really old video that I made where it was a disposition that we was able to get access to, and she claimed that she did an accelerated program and did all this work super fast to get her degree and run a small business, Good Burger, and had this, I forgot what she graduated with, but like with, I don't know, with honors or anything, but no one could verify that she actually did graduate from that college.
Adopt the 2024-2025 budget and appropriation ordinance 24-009 Thornton Township General Assistance Fund. Is there a motion? All right, is there a second? Second. All right, it's been a motion and a second. Any discussion? All right, call the roll.
Supervisor Trustee Gray Everett. Did you say it tonight? Say it tonight. Say yes. Okay. Trustee Gonzalez.
No.
Trustee Carlisle. Trustee Wiedemann. I didn't hear you. No. Okay. Supervisor Henry.
Definitely yes.
Motion failed.
All right, next on the agenda is a motion to adopt the 2024/2025 budget and appropriation ordinance 24-010 for Thornton Township General Fund. Is there a motion? Motion that we adopt the appropriation ordinance 24-010 for Thornton Township General Fund. Our motion. Is there a second? There's been a motion and second. Any discussion? Call roll.
Trustee Gray Everett. Trustee Gonzalez.
No.
Trustee Carlisle.
No.
Trustee Wiedemann.
No.
Supervisor Henry.
Definitely yes.
Motion
All
failed.
right. So again, guys, both of the budgets have not been passed. We over a year now without a budget here at Thornton Township. They've been had budgets forever and a day, and we should now be passing a budget because we're now on the second budget, which is we'll be doing the next month or so. So I just want to point out to y'all how things have constantly being gridlock at Thornton Township, and we kind of need to handle the business because right now, as you can see, the business is being handled by people that don't want to move township government forward.
So the problem is, it goes back to this circle of logic that she is not able to break out of. How can you give people bonuses? How can you give people tax rebates when you don't have a budget? You don't have the budget. It's not a real forensic audit going to be in place. So how can employees get bonuses and then also provide financial relief? To do anything, right? If you're running a business, whether it's corporation or you're running a small business, you should have the budget first before you try to do other things, so you know exactly what you're doing.
So, next on the agenda, is there a motion? So, at 7, 8, 7 and 8, we already passed these two. We did. That's the ones we voted on. We did. Okay. So again, let me refresh your memory. This is why I always say, let me educate. So, in doing so, why I'm about to educate everybody? Because everybody will always act like they know and they don't read. So let me read it for you. Okay, on September 24th, 2024, right? We, myself, Trustee Carmen, and Trustee Chris, voted to investigate every single department in Thornton Township. So, to place this on the agenda again, to act like we basically are targeting certain departments, when we said all of the departments will be investigated. There's no need to reapprove something that's already approved. And that's my point of, we already approved this. So, approving it again to do what? It's already approved. This the date, this the minutes. Y'all can FOIA it, look it up. Take a picture. So that's where it's at. So that's why I was saying those two items are already voted for. Okay, so moving on. Her question was, can they vote on something that's on the agenda? He said they can.
Yes, these two items are very specific matters that can be voted on. They are properly on the agenda, and they can certainly be voted on with a motion and a second, followed by discussion and a roll call vote. Motion to approve item 7.
All right, so as I was stating, that's already approved, regardless of voting on it or not, it's already approved. So he said, just so you understand what the lawyer did, he just said he voted on anything that's on the agenda, but it's already approved. So doing it again makes no sense, but go right ahead. I just like to point out how people target certain departments or certain people is all that is, because it's all together as a whole that we're going to investigate every single department at Thornton Township. So,
Hold on. So she don't agree with the lawyer, clearly. So the argument is about the forensic audit, right? So Henry is insisting that the forensic audit has already been approved in September last year. So no further approval is necessary. And the other trustees are arguing that the audit needed additional approvals for funding and implementation. And then Henry is complaining about, well, you're only selectively pushing for investigation for certain departments instead of allowing the audit in all departments. Is that what's happening? Right? Let me know. Let me know if I'm making any sense.
I just want to clear that up. So I will not be voting again for this because it's already.
The attorney said we can vote on it.
Trustee. Y'all got to learn Robert Rules of Order. I did not give you the floor. Like, stop. On September 24th, 2024, we voted for every single department to be investigated here in Thornton Township. Just so we crystal clear in the back, everybody here be loud and clear of what it will be and what it is.
Attorney, can we end the debate and call the roll?
We're going to call the roll.
Trustee, hold on. We are in discussion. What is wrong with y'all?
Motion
I
to
didn't know you just said something that you're talking about. So I just want to make sure that that's in the record so people know.
For sure, call the roll, please.
All right, what's y'all done? Y'all done?
Motion to end debate and call the roll.
All right, thank you.
Second.
Okay, thank you. As I was saying, if anybody wants the information, on September 24th,
When a
2024.
motion like that is made, there's no discussion, there's no immediate roll call vote, second the motion and debate.
All right, thank
At this point, even the lawyer is getting annoyed. He's like he went through Nam or something like that, and he's just getting flashbacks of previous terrible meetings that he had to deal with. But he reached over to the mic and he was like, "It's time for a vote. Stop filibustering." I'm tired of this. He finally grabbed, I would say, man, he's stoic. He's the epitome of stoicism. Stoicism. I think I pronounced it correctly.
Thank you so much for your input. On September 24th, 2024, make sure you go and you for what I'm reading into record so that everyone will have it, okay? So I just want to make sure that was in the record for you, and now we'll move forward, okay?
Trustee Gonzalez? Trustee Gonzalez?
Yes.
Trustee Gray Everett? Trustee Carlisle?
Yes.
Trustee Wiedemann?
Yes.
Supervisor Hilliard?
No.
Motion passed.
Discussion has been closed. We're now moving to immediate roll call with respect to the motion.
It was, they only motion to end discussion.
Correct. So discussion is ended. So the very next procedure is to have a roll call vote with respect to the matter.
Okay, no one made a motion for the second. No one made a motion for the item.
Trustee Gonzalez said vote on item 7.
You trumped that with your motion to stop discussion. So that's all.
I motion to vote on 7, 8, and 9.
So just so you can understand what they're voting on, so you can read it to record, because people don't know what 7, 8, and 9 is. So I'm gonna read it to record. But y'all stop. So what she made a motion for was number 7, to retain an independent investigator for Thornton Township's outreach. Please, guys, we had a board meeting. I have to read it into record so you'll know what we're voting for. The second item was independent investigator for a forensic audit to investigate.
I'm sorry, I don't want to read this, but people are yelling. I don't understand the yelling. So discussion of possible action to retain an independent investigator to investigate the township's outreach department, to include investigations related to the outreach department's funding, expenditures, contracts for other goods and services, staff, employees, and the management of the outreach department and its finances. Discussion and possible action to retain an independent investigator and also a real forensic auditor to audit and investigate the use of grant money and possible township funds related to the township's at-risk youth program, including but not limited to how, where, and by whom the grant funds and the township funds were used to support this and other programs. So you see right here exactly why she's really, really upset, because there's someone very special to her that is probably involved in the township's at-risk youth program. And then line 9 is discussion of possible action to retain an independent investigator to investigate employees A and B allegations of misconduct and improper pay. Let me move over here. Improper pay. At this point, we already know who employee A and B. It's William Moore and Kamal Woods.
Guys, please. So the at-risk youth program, and the other item was discussion and possible action to retain an independent investigator for employees A and B. Those are the 3 items, just so you understand.
And she's trying to set up a lawsuit. She's trying, because remember later on when they come back from closed meeting, that's what I do remember. She's setting up a lawsuit. She's going to claim that Kamal Woods was targeted politically and blah, 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 blah. That's exactly what she's setting up. So she wants to put things on the record. So she goes pay Max Solomon to fumble another lawsuit, but to put one out again against the township. So that's what it looks like is going to happen.
And when she said 7, 8, and 9, you know what it is in the record, guys.
Get out of here.
So go ahead, you can. I don't even know what y'all know. What is he? So they voted on 7, 8, and 9. I just read 7, 8, and 9 into the record. So that's what they motioned on. They got a second on. Okay. So
Who motioned to approve?
No, we're currently only on item number 7. There was a motion to close debate.
Right.
That was approved.
Right.
And now the clerk should do the roll call with respect to approval of item number 7, period.
Okay. Hold on. So, Tanya, she did not say that. She motioned for 7, 8, and 9 is what she said.
Right, but that's incorrect. The matter is to have a roll call.
So she can do a consent agenda, so you're wrong. Then she can add all 3 together and vote all together.
That's TMZ.com.
What are you going to do? Separately?
We'll vote on them separately. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
So we're making a we're gonna do a single vote on number 7. Trustee Gonzalez.
Yes.
Trustee Carlisle.
Yes.
Trustee Wiedemann.
Yes.
Trustee Gray Everett. Trustee Gray Everett. So you're gonna do yes or no?
Do you guys think that Trustee Gray knows what's going on? Maybe she doesn't know what's going on, and Hainier, this is the only, at this point, the only, I guess, ally she has, and she has to explain. Okay, you do this. Come on.
Oh, we got education going on here. Hold on.
Trustee Gray. Trustee Gray Everett. Supervisor Henry.
No.
Motion
All
passed.
right, next. Is there a motion to approve number 8? Is there a motion?
I'll make a motion.
Is there a second?
Second.
All right, been motion and second. Any discussion? All right, call the roll.
Trustee Wiedemann.
Yes.
Trustee Gonzalez.
Yes.
Trustee Carlisle. Trustee Gray Everett. Supervisor Henry.
No.
Motion
All
passed.
right, next. Is there a motion to approve number 9? Is there a second?
Second.
All right, there's been motion and second. Any discussion?
Who motion?
All right, call the roll.
Trustee Carlisle.
Yes.
Trustee Gonzalez.
Yes.
Trustee Gray Everett. Trustee Wiedemann.
Yes.
Supervisor Henry.
Definitely not.
Motion passed.
Next, is there a motion for number 10? Is there a motion?
For which one?
Number 10.
I'll make a motion.
Is there a second?
Second.
The motion and seconds? All right.
I have discussion.
Go ahead.
So on the dates for the board meeting, the second board meeting in February falls on the 25th, which,
No. What it was on
Gray Ever is the one with the mask on, and you could never hear her speak because she talks really, really low.
the last holiday calendar, usually we have elections off because they hold the elections down here, but we don't have a primary on February 25th, so the township will be open.
but will we have a board meeting?
Yes.
We
Is
would,
that election day?
it is.
Oh.
So can we vote to change it to the 24th?
What day? The 25th is a regular scheduled board meeting. What is your suggestion of changing the date?
I
The 20th? Go ahead.
I was hoping the 24th. That's Monday.
Well, let's do the 26th. Are y'all fine?
Which day, is it 24th or 26th? Which one?
The 24th.
24th?
The 26th is fine. The 26th.
26th? All right, we have the 24th and the 26th before us.
Procedurally, Trustee Wiedemann, you could do a motion to amend the calendar to change February 25th to February 24th. If there's a second to that motion, then there could be a roll call vote with respect to that change.
Okay, I would like to make a motion to change the board meeting on February 25th to February 24th.
Second.
All right, is there a second?
Gonzalez, second.
Call the roll.
Trustee Wiedemann?
Yes.
Trustee Gonzalez?
Yes.
Trustee Gray Everett? Trustee Carlisle? Supervisor Henry?
No.
Motion
All right.
passed.
Next on the agenda is resolution, proclamations, and
We
ordinances.
still need to vote to approve the calendar in its entirety.
Right.
Is there a motion to approve the calendar?
We just need a roll call vote.
But we already approved it.
Motion.
Second.
My bad. The snack wrapping is me. My fault.
We already approved it, we were just doing revising it because of that February 25th incorrect date.
Correct.
But it was, the calendar was approved, whenever we met.
Last meeting, the whole calendar was already approved.
There was a motion to approve the amended calendar, that was seconded, and then there was a motion to amend that, was approved by roll call vote. So we still need a roll call vote.
Okay. All right. The building calendar. We're going to change the date to February 24th on the building calendar. Did we get a first and did we get a?
I motion.
Okay. All right. Trustee Gonzalez?
Yes.
Trustee Carlisle?
Yes.
Trustee Wiedemann?
Yes.
Trustee Gray Everett? Yes, okay. Supervisor Henry?
No. All right.
Motion
Next
passed.
on the agenda is resolution, proclamations, and ordinances. Is there a motion to approve ordinance number 24-013, general fund and general assistant fund tax levy ordinance? Is there a motion?
Motion.
Is there a second?
Second.
Any discussion? Call roll.
Trustee Carlisle?
Yes.
Trustee Gonzalez?
Yes.
Trustee Gray Everett? Trustee Wiedemann?
Yes.
Supervisor Henry?
No.
Motion passed.
Okay, so as it relates to the tax levy, as you guys know, if people follow how business owners operate, you normally will pass your budget and then pass the tax levy. What just happened before you is people raise your property taxes. People have just did something and you yesing and ooh and ah, great. But you should ask questions so you understand what happened. And what just happened is they should have made sure they told you how they allocated the funds and where it's going to go before they pass the tax levy. I said this at the last meeting when they tried to do it before. I'm saying it again for those that do listen to supervisors. So I just want you to understand where we are as it relates to a tax levy. So your tax levy has been increased here at Thornton Township, and we do not have a budget as it relates to the difference and where it's going to go because they didn't budget first. They passed the levy before they budget. So they're doing it backwards. You pass a budget first, and then you go through the tax levy. But we didn't do that. So I just want to point that out. That's for the record. Next on the agenda, is there a motion? Okay, next on the agenda, is there a motion to adopt resolution for Jesse Elson? Is there a motion?
Motion.
Is there a second?
Second.
Is there a motion and second? Any discussion? Call the roll.
Trustee Gray Everett? Trustee Gonzalez?
Yes.
Trustee Carlisle?
I'm sorry. I know we're calling the roll, but out of respect for the accessor, can we read it into record?
Yeah, can we finish the roll call first? Yes. Can we finish?
Yeah, finish
Okay.
the roll call. Definitely.
Trustee Wiedemann?
Yes.
Supervisor Henry?
Yes.
Motion passed.
All right, go ahead, trustee. You can read what you want into record.
All right. Resolution resolution in memoriam Jesse Elston. Whereas Thornton Township has received notice of the passing of Jesse Elston, who departed this life on Sunday, December 29th, 2024, at approximately 1:30 a.m. at Ingalls Hospital. And whereas the clerk, supervisor, trustees, elected officials, and employees of Thornton Township wish to extend and convey their collective sincere sympathy to our Township Assessor, Cassandra Elston, Jesse Elston's family and friends on this sad event. And whereas Jesse Elston, a beloved veteran, father figure who greatly contributed to his community, was well known and valued by many. Born August 1st, 1946 in Chicago, Illinois, to the late Jesse and Corinne Elston, he was the younger of 2 children, including his sister Jackie Rivera. Jesse, the devoted husband of Assessor Cassandra Elston, beloved father to 8 children, Erica Jackson Terrell, Jasmine Frowner, Roderick Elston, Anthony Calloway, Kanisha Grooms, Erica Abraham, Kelly Ever, Marquette Elston, and 1 stepdaughter, Yolanda Charis Hobart. He cherished all his children. He will leave behind a legacy of love, leadership, and service that touched so many lives and will forever be remembered. And whereas Jesse Elston was united in marriage in late August of 2018 to Cassandra Hobart Elston, Thornton Township Assessor. The wedding was a beautiful celebration of their love and life together. The wedding was attended by many friends and family. Jesse was an important part of Cassandra's campaign for Thornton Township Assessor, where he volunteered for her campaign and others. Jesse was close to former Thornton Township Supervisor Frank M. Zuccarelli, the former clerk Jacqueline Rivera, his sister. And whereas Jesse Elston, who was kind-hearted to everyone that knew him and sought to be a beacon to the veterans and those in need. He served in the United Navy and received an honorable discharge on January 10, 1969. He was loved and will be missed by all who knew and loved him. And for I know that my Redeemer liveth, and that he shall stand at the latter day upon the earth. And though after my skin worms destroy this body, yet in my flesh shall I see God. Job 19:25-26. Now therefore be it resolved that the clerk, supervisor, trustees, elected officials, and employees of Thornton Township do hereby convey their most sincere sympathy to our Township Assessor, Cassandra Elston, family and friends of Jesse Elston, by the passage of this resolution in memoriam, and be it further resolved that this resolution be spread upon the records of Thornton Township for all to see, and that a true hard copy thereof be delivered to Jesse Elston's family as a sign of our respect and sympathy. Adopted this 28th day of January, AD 2025.
Thank you very much. I'd like to thank the board. I want to thank everyone here tonight, and also all the residents of Thornton Township for your love, the cards, your prayers, and just your total support. Jesse loved everyone here in Thornton Township. He did his best to show that to everyone. I love you guys. I will always continue to love you. Again, thank you, and God bless you all. Next on the agenda is new business. Are you guys okay with doing a consent agenda for all the insurance? Are you okay with that? Okay.
Yes.
Is there a motion to do a consent agenda for items 1 through 5? All right, is there a second?
Second.
Been motion and second. Any discussion? All right, call the roll.
Trustee Gray Everett. Trustee Gonzalez.
Yes.
Trustee Carlisle.
Yes.
Trustee Wiedemann.
Yes.
Supervisor Henry.
Yes.
Motion
All
passed.
right, guys, so now the township will be reopened tomorrow We will go back to operating our vehicles. All our buses will be out and running, and the building is open for you to come in and get services from the General Assistance Department, the Assessor Department, and any other department that's in this building or other buildings. We will also start back up the after-school program, so we will go contact the parents. If you're in the audience, we will sign your kids back up to pick them up starting next week, Monday. They just have to get some structure just so they can operate right away. So I just want to thank you guys for allowing us the opportunity to get it together. So thank you so much, residents, for being patient. Is there a motion to approve 1 through 5?
Motion.
Is there a second? Is there a motion and second? Any discussion? Call the roll.
Trustee Carlisle?
Yes.
Trustee Gray Everett? Trustee Wiedemann?
Yes.
Trustee Gonzalez?
Yes.
Supervisor Henry?
Yes.
Motion passed.
All right. All right, guys. Our questions are about closed session. You guys voted on it already on number 9. You guys know we need to go in closed session.
Yes.
Okay. But you know you voted to already.
One has nothing to do with the other.
Okay. All right. So y'all go to closed session. All right. So before we go to closed session, I'm gonna make sure I allow the public to speak, and then we're going to close session. Hopefully it's quick, and then we come back out. And that is it for the evening. How many people?
You would need a vote to change that, right? Attorney, would she need a vote to change the order of the agenda?
I didn't change the order of the agenda.
Yes, if you're going to have public comment earlier prior to closed session.
Why would we not? So they want y'all to sit here while we go on the back and go back and forth over whatever we're going back over. Normally, just, okay. So normally, for those that do listen to me, normally the way it works, we normally pause and allow public to speak before we go on the back. And sometimes we go on the back is longer than 2 minutes, 5 minutes, 30 minutes. Sometimes it's longer, so that you're not just sitting here waiting. That way you got to address the board, you got to say what you wanted, and if you wanted to go, you can go. Because then we come back, all we do is either make a decision on what we talked about in the back, and then we motion to close our meetings. That's how it works. So that's what it is. So do you guys want to allow the public to speak first? Y'all don't? I'm talking to my board. Y'all want the board?
No, we would like to go in closed session. We'll come back.
Okay.
Thank you all for your patience.
Anybody else want to allow the board to speak? Trustees? Any other trustees? Trustee Chris? You said you want to do what? So you don't want the public to speak first? You want to speak? Okay. All right. Supervisor's report. So guys, we basically have a lot of stuff.
Attorney, didn't you say she needs to? Session is before the report.
This is so weird. It's so how she just tries to like bulldoze through to get what she wants, and it's not working at this point. And she still just is like a desperate move.
The next item on the agenda is closed session.
So you want to close session first? All right, is there a motion to go in closed session?
Motion.
Is there a second? Second. All right, the motion is second. We will be going to closed session. Call the roll.
Trustee Carlisle?
And
Yes.
I'm sorry, just before the roll call, just to be clear, we're going into closed session for the reasons stated on the agenda. Is that correct?
Yes.
Thank you.
Did we have a motion and a second to go to closed session? Who motioned?
I motion.
And who second? Okay. Trustee Carlisle?
Yes.
Trustee Gonzalez?
Yes.
Trustee Wiedemann?
Yes.
Trustee Gray Everett? Supervisor Henry? Motion passed. We're going into closed session. 7:01.
7:01, so we will be in closed session coming. All right, guys, see y'all again. All right, guys, we're about to reconvene our meeting.
And that closed session was 12. It was very quick. It was not long. I remember. I was like, damn, already? I thought they'd be arguing or something in the back.
I'd like a motion to reconvene our board meeting.
A motion.
Is there a second? Second. The motion is second. 7:13 p.m. Please call roll.
Trustee Carlisle?
Yes.
Trustee Gonzalez?
Yes.
Trustee Gray Everett? Trustee Wiedemann?
Yes.
Supervisor Henry?
Yes.
Motion passed.
All right, so next on the agenda is there a motion?
Is there action following closed session?
Is there action to file in closed session?
I would like to make a motion to put Kamal Woods and William Moore on administrative leave.
All right, so just so you know, I'm so happy, y'all. Thank y'all for the lawsuit. But anyway, it is a motion.
Sorry, guys. She didn't get to make the entire motion, guys. Please give us a second. She didn't make the entire motion.
On administrative leave effective immediately.
That's the whole motion. What are y'all talking about? And just so you know, it's paid. So checkmate. Anyway,
So checkmate. Very professional. Very professional. But yeah, they're at home chilling and getting paid. I mean, that's actually true at this point.
The attorney just said it wasn't the entire motion. The attorney
Hold
just
on.
said.
It's administrative leave with pay effective immediately.
that's great. Great. Thank you. We can go do some work. Great. All right. Please call the roll. Call the roll.
Who's second?
Call the roll.
Second.
Yes, second. Call the roll.
Trustee Gonzalez?
Yes.
Trustee Wiedemann?
Yes.
Trustee Carlisle?
Yes.
Trustee Gray Everett? Supervisor Henry?
No, and this is political
Motion passed.
retaliation. So again, thank you for the lawsuit. Because y'all just picked certain individual. Y'all didn't come in and do no research, so I appreciate it. Next on the agenda is supervisor report. Well, guys, it's been a wonderful, wonderful year. We have surpluses in Thornton Township. We've been going after different things to bring grants back. I'm so happy for all the things we have accomplished, despite what people may say. I always think everybody should check all the facts and know what's going on in Thornton Township. So I just want to say I appreciate you, residents.
That's a good question. I do not know. I'm going to have to ask for some of the trustees to see if they'll have an answer for that.
Throughout all the turmoil, all the mess, I still had my head held high and focused on your needs as residents. And I came to every single board meeting to make sure that I advocate for whatever it is that you guys needed. I also want to say that just had in my heart that people treated this like politics and didn't govern for those 90 days that you didn't have government in your building so that we can operate and give you your resources that you truly need. It's a lot of people that called our office crying about they didn't have food, they didn't have a way to dialysis, and that's just what broke my heart and why I keep going, because those people out there is who I care about. And that's why I became...
Thank you for the membership, Chi-Town Brian. Appreciate you. Welcome aboard. Thank you very much.
a public servant and got into, I call it politics now. It's all the tricks. It's all about what people say about you that they think don't stick on the wall. So that's all it is. But when people see through the mess, and I think the people are woke now, I just appreciate you guys for listening to me. All the ones that have taught how politics go and taught how things work in government. You're seeing it through my lenses. So thank you so much just for supporting me. and making sure that others understand their government. I pray that it was very helpful for you to understand what to do with a FOIA, and it's a Freedom of Information Act where you go in any one of your cities, any one of your parks, libraries, school boards, and you can FOIA any information that you would like to know about that board or what they have been doing with your taxpayer dollars. So I just want to say I'm helpful and happy with the things that we have accomplished at Thornton Township. To my staff, I'm thankful for you. I'm thankful that you stayed forward throughout the controversy. I'm thankful that you guys just kept going and providing a way for all of our residents at Thornton Township. The youth, my heart always bleeds you y'all because I am the youth. So I really appreciate you because now you guys know what a mayor is, you know what a supervisor is. You guys now want to be like me. So I appreciate all of these things that you see before you. So I just wanted you to understand that I love you to my residents and my youth, and I'm glad that I can inspire somebody that might want to get in government, might want to get in politics. I'm glad that I am able to do those things for you. And thank you to most people that do listen and open your ears and close your mouth. That way you can hear a different narrative as it relates to what's going on in the world. Thank you so much for that. Thank you. I can't stress that enough. I just wanted to give you that little bit of praise because without you, residents, I wouldn't be as successful as I am. And it's all your love and all your commitment to change in the community is the reason why your super mayor still stands today. So thank you again. What I do want my residents of Thornton Township to know is don't be like the bitter people that you see. Don't be like the people that's really hateful or hardening heart or just got so much negativity to say. Always find peace in your life, find peace at home, find peace in your job, find peace in everywhere you go. I just want you to know, residents, this too shall pass, and when it passes, I will be victorious. I will succeed in everything that I do, everything that I accomplish. I just want you to know that I love you. And there's nothing y'all ever do about that. So even the hateful, I love you too. So any of you guys, I appreciate y'all. And I just want y'all to know that I'm here to stay. And I just want you to focus on rebuilding communities and leading with love, leading with your heart. And don't let that deter you from doing anything different but that. Stay focused, keep God first, stay prayed up. I do want them to put prayer back in the schools because that is lost. I just think there's a lot of changes that need to be done throughout government, especially the school districts and especially the parks and libraries where our kids need those things. I don't like the fact that they took pennies out of school because a lot of your kids come to us, they fill out an application. And when they fill out an application, guys, they do not know how to sign their name in cursive. So that's something else that we have brought here to Thornton Township.
Look at the lawyer, guys. He is staying forward, as Haney like to say. Look at him. He is not here. But he's probably making what? $200, $300, $400 an hour? I'll sit there and look like I'm not around or on Earth for that much money per hour.
To try to help alleviate some of the issues that you see before you. And another thing I'm big on is bilingual. I think our kids should learn a different thing. And I just want to push these things out so we understand kind of where I come from and what it is that I really want our community to benefit from. So again, thank you for your love and support. And I will now open it up to public comment. So public comment, you do have 3 minutes. I know she have a list here. The clerk will be over the timer, and she have a list. Listen for your name. You do have 3 minutes. Please, whatever you do, be respectful of people's time and in their opinion, however they feel. Whether it's good, bad, or different, it does not matter. They are addressing the board, not the residents. So please keep your comments down so we can hear every single person that comes up and want to say something as it relates to whatever it is with Thornton Township. So please be respectful of one another. All right, go ahead.
I have a comment I would like to make, clerk. Can I just say something really quick?
Go ahead.
First of all, I just want to say thank you to the Thornton Township residents. You all are awesome, and I appreciate each and every one of you. And I also want to say congratulations to Stephanie on joining the team. Super happy to have her here. The one thing I do want to do is say a few words for Jerry Jones. I think kindness goes a long way, and no matter how much money you give a person in time, sometimes kindness is what's lasting. So I just want to say a few words to Jerry Jones. On behalf of Thornton Township Board of Trustees, we would like to take a moment to honor and recognize the contributions of Jerry Jones. For over a decade, Jerry served as a trustee with unwavering dedication, compassion, and commitment to improving the lives of Thornton Township residents. Jerry's leadership and service reflects the best of what is meant to be a public servant. His passion for the community was evident in everything he did, from participating to Days in the Park, events to his genuine love for engaging with our residents. Jerry's favorite part of public service was connecting with the people he served, and it showed in the meaningful relationships he built over the years. Jerry's impact went beyond his role as trustee. His decades-long commitment to our youth as a coach for the Dalton Bears demonstrated his belief in the importance of mentorship and investing in the next generation. For 25 years, he guided young athletes not only on the field but in life, remembering each of their names and ensuring they knew they mattered. Though Jerry recently stepped down from his position for health reasons, his legacy will continue to inspire us. We honor his tireless efforts to make Thornton Township a better place, and we thank him for so many years of selfless service. Jerry, you are a pillar of our community, and your dedication will never be forgotten. We wish you nothing but health, happiness, and peace as you take time for yourself. You will always be a part of the Thornton Township family.
If I may, I have a few words also. I'd like to, I did this privately, but I'd like to make it part of the record. Thank you to the clerk's office for last Tuesday. Everything went extremely smooth. Helped out. You just, some of those things, you just don't know how it's exactly going to go, but I mean, it was efficient. People got in fast. So I just want to commend them, as well as the police departments that helped out, keeping everybody safe, South Suburban College, South Holland, Cook County Sheriff's Department, Calumet City, everybody. But that's what happens when different entities, different governments work together. That's when people work together, you get something done. So I'd also like to thank all the residents who came out, regardless of who they supported. It's about coming out, it's about giving your voice, and I just want to say thank you for everybody for coming out. And then I just want to apologize for the play-by-play on each agenda item tonight, but we got through it, so thank you.
All right, 3 minutes. Who you got first?
Dan Lee.
Actually, really quick before he starts, guys, I'm sorry, I forgot one thing. Just so the residents also know, because obviously some of the board has, obviously, and for rightfully so, voiced concern about having meetings and things, activities going on in the building here as well as our other buildings without us being insured. But it was asked of the administration if we get temporary insurance just to have a meeting tonight, and that was, it fell on deaf ears. So we took it upon ourselves to make sure that Township was insured for this meeting tonight, so we're not being hypocritical of just having people here in an unsafe environment. So I just want to let everybody know.
I just want to add to that. For every single meeting that we've been having down here, whether they know or not, they have the electoral board down here every single week, every other week. So, and no insurance. So when people sit here and try to feed you some stuff like they did something, well, I got them insurance, but they have the electoral board.
You just kind of proved my point.
I'm pointing that out, that they constantly do it, but guess what? The electoral board is ran by the lawyers, the attorneys out here. Ton of attorneys that sit up here. So right is right, wrong is wrong. So all I'm saying to you guys is they still all came in this building with no insurance. So I just want to point that out because people want kudos for something they created, they caused. They caused the fight.
It's pronounced kudos. But good thing they got insurance, because I see some TV with a TV broken, the table or the desk on one of the security guards, he fell over. If I was that security guard, I would have, listen, it'll be like Ezel from Friday. My neck, my back, I broke everything. I want 10 million. Like, once they're like, you guys insured? All right, I fell and I broke every bone in my body. I'm trying to get paid. This is ridiculous.
Fire, and then want to see him run and say, well, we have insurance. We have insurance for over 90 days. We got to do better. We have to do better, guys. All right, go ahead, Dan.
you, Tiffany.
Greetings to everyone in the building. Can you all hear me okay? Yes. Okay. First of all, I would like to congratulate Stephanie for being our new trustee, and I commend our suddenly animated lawyer for getting in the game. You stood up today, and this is what it should be every single meeting. Now, in view of the fact that we have to go through this endless filibuster at the end of the meetings, I would like to suggest to the trustees that they move the supervisor's report to the end of the meeting, so those of us who don't want to sit here and listen to the blather can leave. Because you're going to hear the same thing over and over again, and it's going to be totally alien to whatever the truth may be at that particular point. Case in point, we are now probably looking at one of the only individuals in the state of Illinois that is uninsurable in Dalton and uninsurable in Thornton Township. I say this without fear because it has been put all over the airwaves yesterday by Lori Lightfoot, who gave us but she gave us a roadmap as to how Dalton and Thornton Township have been commingling, and our funds have been messed up totally and completely. What we want to do is remember that Liberation Day is coming. It starts February the 10th, and it goes through February the 25th. That's in Dalton. I'm not sure what the township April 1st. So it would be good to have April Fool's Day. Got to go. Also, on the subject of bonuses. Okay, I love employees. However, until we get the budget straight, until we finally figure out who are these employees that have been digging in our pockets for 4 years, to tens of thousands of dollars, it doesn't make any. We have to separate those employees from the others, because a 5-finger bonus has been taken by a bunch of people with credit cards. And one of them might be sitting in front of us. We don't know that. In addition to that, I don't quite understand what the options were in the closed session, but all those options should be put on the table as to what could have happened or what should have happened, if that's even possible. Because getting the administrative leave with pay reminds me of what happened in Dalton. William Moore was fired from Dalton, yet he was the only one that could go in there and let anyone in.
Time.
He sat there.
All right, your time is up. Who's the next person on the list? Your 3 minutes are up.
Vivian Allen.
Who Allen?
Vivian Allen.
Did you say your time?
Next person.
Thank you, Dan.
Hold on, clerk, can I step in for a second, clerk, and say something real quick? I just wanna have a brief talk real quick. Thornton Township employees, there is a level of dignity and respect that you guys should be carrying yourselves with. That, ma'am, I'm speaking to Thornton Township employees. I just want to make it clear that we have to treat our residents, regardless of personal feelings, with dignity and respect. Please keep that in mind while people are up speaking.
And y'all should have said that when you brought crowds in here disrupting meetings.
This is my first meeting up here.
But you're on the other side keeping up all the chaos. Now you want people to behave. Stop it. All right, go ahead. You got 3 minutes. 3 minutes.
All right, thank you, Stephanie. What you said was a great introduction, because She never gives the residents respect. And yet, she wants everyone to respect her in that seat. Not gonna happen. Not gonna happen. I don't care what anybody else got to say. I appreciate Lori Lightfoot and her investigation and the thoroughness of what she gave us residents, because everything on there was something that can be verified, and that's why it was sent to the feds. Right. So again, you're not under federal investigation. We say you lying. While you always trying to call somebody else out, we're calling you out. You might want to just step down and not come to another meeting. I wish y'all would have made the meeting for February the 26th, so at least we could have enjoyed her being voted out. Clean House 2025. We got this. Beth McBride.
Good evening. My name is Beth McBride. I am a resident of Thornton Township. This whole thing that's been happening here has been really awful. The world is watching us, the country is watching us, the state of Illinois is watching us, and the communities are watching us. This has been a very bad thing with bad leadership. The thing that I want to say to the world is that I'm so appreciative for the many prayers around the world. I've read many comments on blogs where people are praying for us. I've also read many comments where people are encouraging us. They're encouraging us to stand strong, and I have been standing strong throughout all of this, and so many of you have been standing strong also. We're going to continue to stand strong because we need Thornton Township for the food assistance that people need. People need rent assistance, and people need housing assistance, and they need all sorts of encouragement and assistance. I'm really hopeful that there will be more mental health care for people that have fallen through the cracks so that they will receive help. I really think that if you would pray for us and continue to support us, we appreciate it so much.
Yeah. Jennifer Roberts.
Good evening, everyone. Congratulations, Stephanie Wiedemann. Yes. I just want to say thank you to Carmen and Chris. You all have done a great job despite all of the harassment that you all have had to endure. Right now, this is a moment that we have all been praying for. People, and this is why real prayer.
Hold on a second. So I know a few people have mentioned this real quick, and we're going to probably watch. I think it's probably two more speakers, and then you see the fight. Why? I'm going to ask you a question. Anyone who thinks it was like a setup for an attack, there's 45 million cameras. Why would they have a fight here? There's network news. There's everyone with a cell phone. Why would they purposely say, hey, let's jump Jed? Does that, I mean, let me know. Like, does that make sense? Now, I know at this point what Hania doesn't make a whole lot of sense. But why would they say, you know what? Right now, live stream, cameras all over the place. I mean, I'm from the hood, but I never thought of that. Like, hey, let's jump him now. Yeah, thugs are thugs. I get it. But why would it be now? Not outside in the parking lot or anywhere else other than where all the cameras are in South Holland probably or in this room right now. Why would they do it here? So I'm just throwing it out there. Let me know if you know, like you have an idea that they would do that now. But let me know. Maybe I'm wrong. I'm just asking a question.
Works. And we've been praying and hoping for a day like today. Now work is getting done. Tiffany, you are taking losses in both the village and the township. happy. Last week you did an interview with WVON. And you lied. One after the other. One lie after the other. But you asked me a question that your friend would not allow me to answer. So tonight I'm going to answer that question. You said that my husband was stalking you. But I want you to know that we live in Lansing. We shop in Lansing. We do business in Lansing. And we eat at restaurants in Lansing. And here's the thing, neither you nor Keith Price or William Moore live in Lansing. You all don't live in Lansing. So the line that you're telling people, and you need to correct your lawyers because you have some dumb lawyers that are not doing their job for you correctly. And we can't wait to see you in court on April if you show up. But by then, you will be out of both seats. You will be out of both seats. Oh, Clerk Wells, let me say thank you. Thank you for what you did. And you did your job, and we are grateful. Thank you to the attorney. We are so proud of you tonight. You did your job, and that's all we've been asking for. Accountability, transparency, doing the right thing. Thank you, and thank you.
Next resident, last name is Nicole, is Olivia? Olivia. Alicia.
Hey, good evening, everyone. I wanted to start by just saying how monumental this day is for me, because William, you're out of here, okay? You're out of here. You don't even live in the township. You tried to out me several times. You don't even live in the township. One question I do have is, why is it with pay? Because they've been on leave with pay. They haven't done anything related to what their roles are supposed to be. So I don't understand why they're on leave with pay, because essentially nothing changes for them, because they've been doing the same thing. Attorney, I do applaud you for tonight. However, after last meeting, after her bullies, to Stephanie's point, said that I didn't live in the township, which I do. I didn't see you with the yellow card at the vote. I didn't see you with the yellow card at the vote. I had one though. But anyway, when I told the attorney, I said, attorney, you might need to advise, I don't even know what to call it, the administration, Tiffany included, on making those statements about me not being a resident. Your response was, well, sue them then. Thanks for the information, because I will be doing just that. But to me, that just puts money in your pocket, because who's going to defend them? You? So I didn't like that advice. And if you are for the township residents, you definitely weren't for me when you told me that. To me, the strategy would have been, get your people in check, because they're a liability. They can't get insured now, yet when I file this lawsuit that I'm filing, it's going to be even worse. So, be careful. Oh, thanks to you, I have it recorded. Thanks to you, it's recorded. But anyway, so he's interrupting me. Control your goon. And it's funny to you, right? Anyway, Clerk Wells, I do want to say I did thank her. I'm just going to be quiet. I want my time for Okay. Clerk Wells, I do want to commend you and congratulate you for the vote. I asked you about the vote early on, and you did tell me what the process was. Tiffany was trying to circumvent that process. And what kind of supervisor who's fighting for voter rights on one hand, claiming that people were locked out of the caucus, but then you don't even show up to exercise your right if you even live in a township. You were too honorary to even show up.
I was speaking to the employees.
Okay, but anyway, if you want to talk, come up here for public comment. Because it's ignorant to just be yelling stuff out while people are talking. If you want to talk, get on up here and speak your piece. But anyway, so Clerk Wells, I want to commend you. I know it's difficult to stand strong when you're pressured to do the wrong thing, because...
So right here, I don't know if the security, at this point, and the guy who was there, he's been in a few of these meetings. He may have needed to tell people to chill out. Like that, you can tell right now, and as we're Monday morning quarterbacking, but the tension is getting a little too high. As everyone chill out. Hey, dude, stop yelling at the person that's talking right now. Like, chill out. Like, let's start going and being near where the issue is, which is over there for some reason. Let's not just let them leave. We're thinking, the meeting is done. They're just going to talk and bounce. Like, they should have had a better idea of what was going on.
I mean, that's pretty much what Tiffany does. She wants you to back her, even in her wrongness. So thank you for standing up, for standing on the side of right, for respecting your position, and really letting the residents have the vote that we were supposed to have. So in that, congratulations, Stephanie. I was very proud. I'm glad that you are now a trustee and have given us a quorum. So again, thank you guys, and have a great night. All right, Taylor. You're fired.
Actually on leave. Wait, I wish it was an employee seat.
I don't know if this works. Can you hear me? Good evening, everybody. I have two statements I want to make. One is a question, rather. The first statement is, at the last meeting, we had a young lady who got up here who had not even signed up to speak, and she used a lot of profanity, and there were at least 2 children in the audience, and our supervisor was smiling like it was cute, and she did not have her head down as she has it down now. I don't understand. If you're a woman, lift your head up and listen to what's said, whether you accept it or not. But that's a child's move that you're doing. Okay, we'll move on from there. The other one is a question for Trustee Everett Gray, Gray Everett, I'm not sure which one it is. Why do you have to sidebar with the supervisor during these meetings? Couldn't she call you on the phone and tell you how to vote?
This is public comment. Make your comment.
Anyway, my time is not up. I haven't even been up here that long. But the point is, why do you have to sidebar? I'm assuming that Miss Everett has reasoning skills, and she can make a decision on her own. You should not have to tell her what to do. If you have to tell her what to do, and she can't think of reasoning off herself, she needs to step down from that position. But we know that's going to be wiped out
soon. Next person is Jedediah.
This is where everyone wanted to watch this from, right? So, again, this video's everywhere. We've watched the fight 10,000 times, but all right, you guys want to watch it one more time? It's all good. I mean, get a $5 donation from Chi-Town Brian. Appreciate your super chat. Watch the dude on the desk. He starts kicking people up there. Okay, yeah, we'll see it. I mean, we're going to see it in a second. We'll see exactly. You guys. All right, let's play it.
Excuse me, my bad, got a little distracted. All right, so, man, there's so much. I didn't want to say nothing, but I really didn't like how you disrespected the newly elected trustee. But what I want to say is it's clear that you got questionable spending habits. You got a failed business venture. Your restaurant was deemed nasty. And it's proven while you talking about her education, we can't even verify yours. But since you sold for women, I really already knew by the way you handled Fania. But for you to sit up here and disparage that woman after giving her that fake ass congratulations in the beginning because you thought you was going to get what you wanted. Here's the thing. I want to educate you. Stephanie Wiedemann is a 20-year employee, and ain't none of her business ventures ever failed. On top of that, she serves as a chief of staff, and she didn't fuck her way to the top. She's efficient in budgets and don't hide her deeds. She's efficient in organization. She served as a temporary interim executive director for the Thornton Park District until she stepped aside to help her daughter become something you'll never be, which is a married woman. And her daughter moved away to Texas, and when her daughter moved away to Texas, she went to help her daughter, but I done heard about 4 or 5 people tell me how they had to take care of yours. And so now you've been a half-ass mayor. But if you wanted to get up here and earn some respect, then you should have been able to respond to Lori like your black ass for Stephanie to be the new member of Ahmed. So all those in favor say, all those against it, say nay.
I don't know why that skipped. I guess that's on her. That's on Lansing Journal's spot.
All those in favor say, you gone, bitch.
Go out. That ain't right. You kicked the man while he was on the ground. What kind of guy he is? What kind of goon he is? You kicked the man while he on the ground. Y'all go out. Everybody go out. We need to go out. We need to go out. All you niggas home. All you niggas home. I better not touch niggas. All niggas
I don't think she really wanted to get involved quickly. Look, there's a child right here. Why is that? You know what? I'm not gonna talk about it anymore. It just gets me upset. But that's crazy. This shit never happened in 38 years I used to live there. I grew up across the street from Township. And PD never seen it this bad. I'm 49 and this is still a first. That television is done there. That television is done. So let me there's one angle, and it's probably the one that come from Regina Waldrop from I think NBC. I think she's at NBC. And then we'll kind of close up a little bit. Oh, press the wrong button. Sorry. This one. There you go. It's only 14 seconds, but this is basically where, this is probably the one angle that has a good amount of what the hell happened. And then you will see, what's going on, Cooking with Frank? What's going on? I'm sure you got a video cooking up later on. Nate's father? I don't even know that. Okay. So this is only 14 seconds. You can we'll play this real quick.
Hey!
I will play that again. You see Haynard all in there. She ran from the one end of the room to the next. And if you see, she jumps in. It looks like she's striking people. So we go back it up a little bit. So she's in the fight. She's fighting her man. Her man is getting jumped, and she's gonna jump in. I may do a poll, even though it's so silly. But ladies, if your man is in a fight, do you jump in? I'm just saying, regardless, like forget this situation, just in general. If you have a husband and he's in a fight, maybe he's fighting one person, maybe he's fighting two people. Do you jump in? Now, I already asked this question to my wife. She's going to jump in. She already said that. And I mean, likewise for me, obviously. But would you jump in? Be honest. But anyway, we do a slow motion with my finger. So as you see, Hayner is going after Jed. So you see right here, there's fists are flying. The big guy here trying to stop it. And then you see, all right, and then you see Haynard, and she is. I don't think she's there to. She's there to hit. I don't know if she's there to pull anyone off. Yeah, I wish there was a camera angle on the other end. But she's in there, and the way her hands like she was fighting, not trying to break it up. Yeah. Yeah, she came. Yeah, she came in swinging. She came in swinging. She knew who she was going to attack. She went after Jed, it looks like. And Jed didn't. Yeah. So, she went in swinging. Obviously, the person who threw the first punch was not Jed. It was Lavelle? Is how you pronounce it? So let's just kind of get back to the whole point of what happened in this whole situation, why we are even bothering to spend even more time with the video and the fight and everything. It's because of what happened in the meeting before the fight happened. The tension built up to a point where you having people who have been in a serious beef for about 8-9 months at this point. Haynard really, really loves that guy, I guess, to a point where she's willing to crash out for him. And the fact that the trustees put those approvals to the forensic audit in the at-risk youth program, the program that Kamal is getting paid $100,000 plus for. It bothered her when they were discussing this. When they went to executive session, they came back. Stephanie Weeman announced that she wants them to be on leave, again, with pay. It bothered her to the point where maybe that's the reason why she jumped over and lost her mind. Right? Even though they're getting paid anyway, but I think she is afraid of what the forensic audit is going to uncover. That Kamal Woods, was he doing really anything with this youth director program? That's the reason why I think she went out her way to possibly get a criminal charge. It was that time that was spent in that meeting where, again, yesterday I couldn't really hear, but the back and forth, her arguing over those points of, what was the points? Let me look it up real fast. And arguing about I approved it before, I don't want to approve it again. The forensic audit was already voted in September last year. Why am I doing it again? And the trustees wanted to make sure that each of those lines were approved and implemented. And that bothered her. She was saying, like, this is political retaliation. This is targeting. And this bothered her to the end where I guess she jumped over the table like Ultimate Warrior and started going crazy on people. It's the accumulation of losses, L's, all this is bringing up to where it is. So, I mean, if you have another, I mean, really? All right. It's h@HannibalIsHungry.com. If you have it, you can send it, and maybe I'll play it if it's there. But that is the real basis on it. Now, if everyone can just keep their hands to themselves, that makes sense. The Marcus Krigley he's not working for the township. I don't believe so. I don't think he's no longer working there. So he was just a civilian. The employee of the township is Kamal Woods. He is the youth director. So if anything, maybe he gets something. I don't know. But going back to what Haynier's lawyer said about a sex offender. So I forgot about Lavelle's, but I did talk about him a long time ago. Let me check. There's a news story 3 years ago. He used to be cool with Haynier. But this is a really old video. It's from 3 years ago. In case you guys didn't see this, I would like to show it to you guys now so you know who I'm talking about. Let's play right now.
President of Dalton, what do you think about that hire?
They need to do a better job of background checking. That's awful.
Residents of South Suburban Dalton reacting to a Fox 32 investigation that found a new village employee with a dangerous criminal past.
He is a registered child sex offender, and he's now been hired by the village to go into people's homes and businesses.
Now, furious village trustees are taking steps to curb the mayor's power. Fox 32's Dane Placco broke the story, and he has the latest from Dalton.
What is the situation involving your background?
Well, my background, a childhood background, over 30 years ago.
46-year-old Lavelle Redmond wasn't happy to see us when we encountered him today behind Dalton Village Hall. But listen again to the person on the phone telling him to stop talking.
30 years ago.
We don't know who that is, but we do know who got Redmond his village job. Redmond is close to new Dalton Mayor Tiffany Henyard and worked on her campaign. Records obtained by Fox 32 show that on September 20th, Redmond was hired as a code enforcement officer for the village of Dalton, a job that gives him access inside homes and businesses, which is why Dalton residents were shocked when we showed them what we found online.
Oh my God. Don't they supposed to do background checks before they allow these people in these kind of positions?
One would think, right?
Yes.
That's because Redmond is listed as a child sex offender on the Illinois State Police Registry. He served 24 years of a 50-year sentence for taking part in the brutal gang rape and beating of 2 young girls in the Roseland neighborhood in 1991. News reports at the time say Redmond was one of 4 young men who kidnapped the girls and took them to an abandoned garage where they were sexually assaulted and beaten with boards and guns.
I would be terrified to know now if he had come to my house to do a code inspection. I would be terrified.
That's crazy. I don't know. He won't get in my house, though.
Dalton trustees say Redmond was hired directly by Mayor Henyard and her village administrator, former Cook County Circuit Court Clerk Dorothy Brown.
Did the trustees have any input in this hire?
No, the trustees have not had any input on any hire since the swearing in of this administration.
We tried talking to Mayor Henyard, but a police officer in front of her home told us we couldn't knock on the door. Later, the mayor issued a statement. I and the village of Dalton take the safety of our residents very serious, and we would never put our residents in jeopardy. In regard to the matter of the employee who's the subject of recent news stories, know that the incident referred to occurred nearly 30 years ago, and they paid their debt to society. We believe that a person can be rehabilitated, and we believe in second chances.
You know, I'm for second chances, but the fact that he's on the registry and the fact that he's going inside of homes, that's what caused an alarm and caused concern for me in regards to my safety and the rest of the residents.
In Dalton, Dane Placco, Fox 32 Chicago.
That was definitely Tiffany Henyard on the phone telling him to stop talking. 100%. 100%. Reality Check TV Chicago, a $2 donation. Appreciate you. So now you have an idea of the characters that we're talking about. what's going to happen, who's getting arrested, what's going to be done. We'll see what happens with all of that. I'm waiting for the email because if anything, I can always put in later. But it looks like Hanier definitely was in the fight. Where now you're saying there's an angle where Hanier is on at the table? I don't see that. But she definitely got in that fight. But if you don't have it, I can always put it up later. But yeah. So what do you guys think? What's going on? At this point, we'll see what happens. Okay. Yeah, I think, okay, you guys can check out Jed's channel. Apparently he had an interview. I did not watch it. But this is what we're talking about here. This is what's going on in this crazy, crazy saga of Tiffany A. Hanier, the supervisor of the township and obviously the mayor of Dalton. We'll see. I'm sure there's going to be either files being charged or more lawsuits. I wonder if there is a secret like Facebook group or Reddit or whatever, or just a text thread of all these lawyers just like laughing and showing how much money they've been spending or getting and showing what they brought with it, the cars, the vacations. If you're a lawyer down there, you're making a whole lot of money. Even the guy who's not functioning sometimes, and he's just sitting there, he's making a good amount of money because of how chaotic everything is. It's crazy. It's crazy. Hopefully, we'll get some more information. But as I said, apparently Tiffany Hanier has sustained injuries for probably slamming herself into that desk or maybe got hit. I don't know. If there's any other more footage, please send it to me. Maybe I'll put this in. I'm probably going to edit this, just some of the thoughts that I have about this situation and the updates. But that's it, guys. Appreciate you guys for hanging out with me. Subscribe if you haven't. Appreciate everything here. James C. with a $5 super chat. Lavelle's S-Offender website has his first registered date as 1/28. That was yesterday. Gotcha. Appreciate that. So, thank you for hanging out with me. Any comments? Again, we're getting to 100,000 subscribers. Hit the subscribe button. Appreciate all of you for hanging out. And I'm sure we're going to get more information over the next couple of days. So keep it locked here. And enjoy the rest of your day.